construction is, you hope a smooth process, but it's not smooth for the contractors because they're out in the field and don't read minds necessarily. And it's not smooth for the architect who can't be present for every issue that might come up. But when you have the opportunity to communicate and address things, a week before they start to come into place, then you try your best to. So in this process, we will typically during construction, and we're starting to adopt more kind of a mashup of all the trade focused structural and architectural and thoughts from the contractor owner requests and compile it into a way. And I think not that I'm program based or biased, but we use tools for the purpose of getting a job done. And so we've started adopting Rhino as a heavy construction administration tool to kind of communicate those pieces. In this, the intent was to flush out the design at the end cap with a aluminum profile or steel profile that was light gauge, and then in the underside get the drip edges to extend down so that the rain coming through is not going to seep in. So we have 2 levels of drip edge, if not even more, 3 actually with that profile. And I think the intent is to hopefully have owners sign off on the methods, have contractor eyes that is feasible and doable with kind of what we have at hand to work it, and also just to work things out in my brain. I'm very visual, so the more complex things get, the more I need to peel away the surface so that we can start to investigate the most simple solution. It's usually very obvious if you have the right pieces in. So we modeled the important pieces like the nailers and the welded studs and the aluminum channel, but you don't have to belabor every piece of the building. But for the most important parts, we dive deep to work those things out based off of the structural and the coordinated set, and evolve it in the way that it makes sense. You ultimately never know how the packages are going to come together. You've got the truss package in this instance that has top elevation, and our intent was to see how raising the trusses would affect the underside and what kind of